Speculation is starting on Season 3 of Warzone 2 as usual, but this time it's different. The Season 2 update was proof of what we all suspected: Infinity Ward and Activision are on the ropes because their games are dying. That's why the rumors for Season 3 are looking more and more solid. The Call of Duty community's grievances resulted in more mechanics getting fixed in Season 2 than at any other point over the past 4 COD titles combined. Don't give the devs any credit though. The only reason they listened was because they're not seeing the usual banger numbers. It's not humility that's kicking their ass, it's desperation. Yes, Season 2 of Warzone 2 lacked content, but that's because its main purpose was quality of life improvements. In other words, taking the game back to Warzone's roots. A Call of Duty shooter that happens to be a battle royale. Raven knocked off the clunky gulag fights, the two-tiered shield system, and the painfully slow plating speed. And if you're being honest with yourself, the game feels 10 times better because of these small changes. But remember, the steady walk back to the Warzone 1 formula isn't being done voluntarily. The COD community finally growing a pair and checking out of the game is making them change. Personally, I went back to maining Apex Legends until Warzone 2 sorts its stuff out. So that's where we need to keep Infinity Ward, Activision, and the rest of them in desperation. Charlie Intel over on Twitter posted about streamer Joe Woe making remarks about some very good news for Warzone 1 fans. In the spirit of Season 2, it looks like Raven Software is considering movement buffs and one-shot snipers. For those of us who played during the St. Patrick's Day event, a one-shot sniper was introduced into the game. You could find it at the end of the rainbow. So we know for a fact that it already exists in the game. Look forward to a one-shot in Season 3. Now, how credible is the movement buff rumor? To start, Joe Woe alluded to movement fluidity getting a serious examination. He references dolphin diving being smoothed out, specifically the transition between running and diving. To me, that fix sounds so minor it may as well be true. Is anyone really losing gunfights because of a clunky dolphin dive? There's not much else Joe Woe reveals on the movement side, but let's be honest, the chances of Raven tweaking more than dives is extremely high. We know the Warzone 2 numbers suck. We know they flinched in Season 2. And we can assume they're adding a one-shot sniper in Season 3. At the game's current movement speed, one-shot snipers would be game-breaking. Before Season 2, the low TTK was making it a nightmare to heal on the fly. Walking while plating killed any cat and mouse gameplay. Raven solved this problem by buffing movement speed while plating. Perfect. I'd say there's a very strong chance we get a movement buff to compensate for the one-shot sniper. Raven could increase overall player speed, but I don't think Infinity Ward is ready to admit defeat. Instead, look for minor tweaks in Season 3 first. Raven is likely gonna target the slide or tactical sprint. A more fluid and faster slide could bring back some form of slide canceling, though that wouldn't solve the problem for casuals. Or a longer and faster tactical sprint would give us the illusion of a global player speed increase. Either way, look forward to Warzone 2 feeling more arcadey in a couple of months. Season 3 of Warzone 2 is not going to disappoint. The trajectory of the game was set in Season 2 and it looks like the COD community was right. Warzone 2 has really dropped off. Do you guys still play it? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to give the vid a like and subscribe to the channel, and as always, stay cool, gentlemen.